Hello everybody, this is GamerGar. Welcome back to another Stardew Valley 100% completion Let's Play. We are now rolling on into the second week of summer. We just did a decent Skull Cavern run. We did get killed in the previous episode, but not to worry, we are going to motor on. We'll take a help wanted quest here to slay 8 red slimes. We're also going to open up some trash cans. You never know what you might get out of these. Now, if you're new to this series, there will be links in the description that will allow you to catch up, so make sure you check those out. We're going to be doing a lot of fishing in this season because we want to make lots of money to prioritise Ginger Island. Now, we do get lots of new summer fish today, including the tilapia. We also got the red mullet as well. We already have halibuts, but what we really want now is a battle with the octopus. Now, it is quite a rare fish. We don't actually get one today, but it is one of the hardest fishes to pull up in the game. So we will try to get our hands on that before the season expires. We do pull up a tuna today. We go down to the tide pool area. We also got a puffer fish. What I really want down here is the crimson fish because we just got fishing level 10. Despite all of the successful catches that we get, we don't actually get a crimson fish encounter. So we will have to try later on to grab one of those. Now I will sell all of these fish over to Willie. We are going to get lots of money for this. We're also getting raw for some of these fish too. That's because we have a book of power that allows us to get raw from fish if we get a treasure chest. So we just get a steel axe off Willie there. That means access to the secret woods. We're going to get ready to break up with some mystery boxes and some geodes. Let's see if we get any goodies. So we're trying to give Gunther as many artifacts and minerals as possible, just so we can make more progression that way as well. If we want to 100% complete this game, we will have to fill out this museum with all of the lost artifacts and minerals. There's also a chance he might visit us very soon and give us a key to the source. It would be nice to make friends with Krobus sooner rather than later. It was Gus's birthday today. We're going to give Gus a diamond. That's the best thing we had to give him. He does love diamonds, so why not? We are going to spend another portion of today doing some river fishing. There's a couple of fish we need here for the fishing collection. We need the pike. We also need the dorado, and that is a very rare fish indeed. Now what you see here is a grand battle for the pike. It's not the hardest fish to catch, but if your fishing bar is quite small, it can be a challenge. We also got an ancient sword out of a treasure chest. That was very lucky. To get the dorado on the second fishing attempt is incredibly lucky. Sometimes you could be fishing here for the whole day to get that and it mightn't even turn up. We also got the rainbow trout, so that is most of the summer river fish covered. Because we got our axe upgraded to a steel axe, we're going to cut away this tree stump here. And we're then going to take a nice wander into the secret woods to see what can we pick up inside here. Now the tree stumps in here generate back every single day. Picking up some fiddlehead ferns is going to be very handy as well. We can come in here every day if we want, grind out these tree stumps to give 25 foraging XP per tree stump. That's pretty good. The other reason we came in here was to pull up a wood skip, so this is just another fish to add to our fishing collection, and the secret woods is a great place to get one of those. For the rest of the evening, we're just going to spend it cutting down trees. We only have level 6 foraging at the moment. It would be nice to just power level that to level 7, so we can at the very least start creating tons of tree fertilizers. That way, we can start focusing on tree farms all over the map, so we can get our hands on huge amounts of resources later on in the game. We can't forget about our mushrooms inside the mushroom cave, and we get level 10 fishing. By the end of the day, we will take angler, fish worth 50% more. That's a no-brainer right there. Now, we do make lots of money today, primarily from mining. I sold lots of gold bars. Because we have the blacksmith perk, we get 375 gold per gold bar. That's actually pretty good, and it's quite easy to grind those because you just go to the regular mines. The next day, look at all these lovely iridium bars. We also got some gold bars as well. Now, I'm going to be selling all these because I want to make a lot more money so I can unlock all of the Georgia development projects and get over to Ginger Island so we can just get into the end game. And once we start grinding out the end game, a lot of these achievements will start to unlock very quickly. Now today was another day of fishing, but we still didn't get an octopus, and it's just not popping up for us for some reason. Because we have the steel axe and the steel pickaxe, we can now enter this area just to the right of Clint's house, and we can open up this golden trash bin and get the alleyway above it. Now this is an amazing book of power. This will increase the odds of trash cans giving us items, and you can get some fierce good items in trash cans, so it just makes it a bit more worthwhile when you're walking past those trash cans and just open them up. Now, I did have 32,000 gold. I also had some iridium bars on me as well. And I was thinking about purchasing Way of the Wind Part 1. Now, it does cost 15,000 gold, but it does give a permanent movement speed increase. I said, sure, look, why not? It's easy enough to make more money anyway. We might as well grab it now while Marcelo is available, because it will be a good number of days before he comes back to the valley. We will go to Clint and we are going to sell him all these iridium bars just to put our money back up again to 27,000 gold. Reason being, we want to visit our good friend Morris and we want to get another upgrade. So we have a choice now between the greenhouse, the bridge and the panning. There's no point getting the greenhouse, we're in summer, we have the star fruit on our farm. So we'll go with the bridge for 25,000 gold. This will give us access to the quarry, all of the resources within, and the quarry cave. And there's lots more resources to be had inside there as well. So for the rest of the day, we are slime hunting. We just need to kill 8 red slimes, and we're going to get that done now as quickly as possible. We're also getting nice combat XP from wiping out these slimes too, and other enemies. If we see any sort of minerals, we're going to mine those open straight away. The gold bars, in all fairness, are making us lots of money. And a lot of our money, a lot of the Georgia development projects have come from selling gold bars. We're also focusing on monster eradication goals as well. So, I mean, it is worth focusing on those earlier rather than later. I always try to even out the achievements to the best I can instead of just trying to go for money early on. Coming across diamonds like this, it just never gets old. It's 750 gold in the pocket. We could keep it for the Triple Shot Espresso. We could even give it to someone. But for now, we're all about money. I will more than likely sell that diamond. So we're doing really well today. We almost have the slimes defeated. Just gotta kill a few more and we're done. Now, we do get 1,000 gold for this quest. It's actually not bad considering we're kind of still in the early game of Stardew Valley. Once we complete one more quest, we will get a prize ticket. So we will get some more goodies from Mayor Lewis's ticket machine. You get some fierce good things from that machine, let me tell you. That evening, I pulled up just a couple of fish to give me back some energy. I am now going to cut down a huge amount of trees up in the mountain area here. All these trees are going to go. Not only is this giving me good foraging XP, but we're also getting wood, and we're going to need a huge amounts of wood over the next couple of weeks, because we're going to need lots of tappers, we're going to need lots of kegs, we're going to need basically most of the artisan equipment you can make if we're going to 100% this game. But getting early kegs is a real game changer because it allows us to get starfruit wine, and that sells for ginormous amounts of money, and that's going to sort out, it's going to trivialize a lot of the challenges in this game. But it all starts with cutting down trees. Now, it is worth noting that Robin does sell wood for a very low price in year 1, but we don't have hundreds of thousands of gold just yet to spend on wood. This is just a good cutscene of Morris here, fixing up the bridge so we can now go to the quarry tomorrow if we want to. Before we get into the next day, let's take a quick look at how much money we made. 7,253 gold. A lot of that came from sunflowers, hot peppers, poppies, summer spangles. It's just crops that we pulled up today in the farm. Different variations, so that made a decent amount of gold. A little bit from fishing. A lot of the fish I pulled up today I just ate it for energy. We also made some gold from mining too, gold bars. I sold the diamond as well. Now, I sold one coffee bean because we need to sell one of most items in the game to get an achievement. We also need it for perfection as well. Now, this is just a reminder from Mayor Lewis, and these reminders are first handy because I totally forgot about the Luau event, and I just checked my chest to see if by any chance I saved the cauliflower from spring, but I didn't. So I'm going to have to go and find a sturgeon today. So we are literally going to spend the whole day today trying to fish up a sturgeon. If we can get a gold star one, brilliant. Now, I just made some lightning rods. I could only make 4 right now because I just didn't have enough iron bars to make more. But we can grind out the iron later on and we can try to make a lot more of those. We're also going to get some summer squash and we'll try to save some of that too to eat. We're going to collect our mushrooms as well. And we're going up to the lake area here now in the hopes to get a sturgeon. Now, it is quite the rare fish to come across. It is a very profitable fish, and if you put it into a fish pond, you can age its roe for caviar, which is considered an endgame item. Now, we got bubbles just up here too by the first bridge, and that was quite lucky, but alas, no sturgeon. Now, eventually, the sturgeon does bite. We do manage to get one today, which is great, but before that, just look at the amount of fish we're pulling up here. Now I do feel since Stardew Valley 1.6 has come in, the regular fishing bite rate has been dramatically increased because I'm just getting bite rates left, right and centre and I'm only using regular bait. We finally got our gold star sturgeon. Now we also needed that for the fishing collection too, so it's nice just to hit 2 birds with the 1 stone there. That's going to make for a great luau gift. So this is a battle with the crimson fish, and it was actually a fierce battle, and I almost failed it a handful of times, but I just hung in there. Eventually I managed to get the bar back over halfways, and the fish managed to stay still just long enough for me to actually catch it. Now, we are actually not going to sell this fish at all. We're not going to smoke it. We are going to keep it. We're going to make a fish bond, and we are going to have a legendary fish bond, because they're now a thing. And I want to test out the legendary fish bonds. I want to see how potent they actually are. I made some tappers today. I'm going to put those on the oak trees that are fully grown. There's also a rogue oak tree over here, but you know what? I'm going to tap it. The more oak resins I get now, the better at this stage. I'm going to cut down all these trees here because I need a lot more wood. I also really want to push my farming skill today, so I am going to literally scan my whole farm. I'm going to look for tree stumps just like these, and I'm going to break them open for that lovely 25 foraging XP. And this is what I do for basically the rest of today. I'm just going to go around the farm and I'm going to break open every single tree stump I see. Eventually I do run out of tree stumps, so I just go back to regular trees. But this is going to pay off dramatically, because all that cutting got us level 7 foraging. I do find foraging to be very difficult to level up, especially after he nerfed the XP you get from putting up forageables that you grow yourself. But not to worry, we'll get to it eventually. So we can now make 3 fertilizers, and we made 5,300 gold today, primarily from selling fish. Now, the lake fishing in summer isn't that profitable. Yes, you can get largemouth basses. They do sell for 300 gold if you get a perfect catch, but in my experience, the ocean fish are a lot more profitable. So we are going to use our tree fertilizer today, and we're going to fertilize up as many trees as we can. We'll take a nice stroll down to the beach. We're going to put our gold star sturgeon into the big pot there. Just so you know, if you ever really stuck, you can buy a starfruit off Pierre. Now, he does rip you off, because we all know Pierre likes to rip everyone off 3,000 gold. But if you really wanted those friendship points, and this is a great event for accumulating friendship points, you know, it's up to yourself whether you pay the 3,000 gold or not. But the option is there if you want it. Now, a gold star sturgeon is one of the best things you can put into the soup. So, we are going to get lots of friendship points from a lot of the Stardew Valley NPCs. And this is going to make life now a lot easier for us when it comes to maxing out all the friendships in the game. That event greatly helps. Now, I do have a warp totem back to the farm, so I'm going to spend a few in-game hours down here putting up some fish. If I can get some super cucumbers, that would be really nice. They sell for really nice money. Now, we did get to half one, so I popped my totem back to the farm, sold all the fish. Now, today was primarily an event day, so we didn't make a whole lot of money, but I mean 562 gold for a super cucumber, that's pretty good. And if we start smoking those up, and if we take the artisan perk, those super cucumbers, they become mega cucumbers. Okay, bad joke. Anyway, let's move on. We visited the quarry the next day. I have a couple of bombs with me. We're going to detonate a ton of resources here. But the reason why I'm doing this is because I just want to save time mining all these rocks. I am going to clear this whole area though. I'm going to mine away all the rocks, all the minerals. I'm going to cut down all the trees. And I am going to turn this area into a giant tapper farm. It's going to have oak trees. It's going to have maple trees, pine trees. It's going to have the whole lot. And all the trees are going to be tapped. So every couple of days we can come here and we can get a huge amount of resources. We could use those resources to make kegs, you know, to make other bits and bobs, or we can just sell them. Now, inside the quarry cave, we have these floaty skull enemies. Now, these enemies can drop some pretty amazing things. They can drop different types of rings, ruby rings, amethyst rings, jade rings. They can drop, if you're really lucky, magic rock candies, but the magic rock candy is basically a 0.1% drop. But they can drop something else, and I did not know they could drop it, and you're going to get a big surprise here in just a few minutes after we do a couple of battles with these floaty skulls. I literally could not believe it when this item popped out of one of them. And it's like, that's why I love Stardew Valley. Because just when you think you know everything there is to know about this game, it just slaps you in the face and tells you to get off your high horse. Now we are going to beat this skull right now. Look what pops out of it. A lucky ring. Of all the years I've been playing this game, the thousands upon thousands of hours I have on this game, I did not know that those bloody skulls dropped lucky rings. That is our second lucky ring, and we are only in summer. I mean, how lucky can you get? Seriously, I just couldn't believe it. You don't understand how giddy I was when that actually happened. You know, I come in here to get a golden sight and a few other bits and bobs if I'm lucky, but I was not expecting that. I now have 2 lucky rings, and when I get to Ginger Island, I can merge those rings into other rings, which makes monster eradication golds all the more lucrative to do. But we now have a very powerful setup. Not only do we have a galaxy weapon, but we have 2 lucky rings. So we're going to cut down the rest of these trees, and a fluffy shirt popped out of one of the trees. I never got that one before. So I stopped what I was doing, I put on the fluffy shirt just to see what I would look like with it on. Wasn't really my style. The midnight dog jacket was going back on instead. Now once all these trees are cut down, we will take out our pickaxe and we're going to get rid of all these explosion spots and hold up spots, and we are going to plant an absolute mountain of tree seeds. If you take a look at my inventory there, I'm ready to go. Now I did forget to bring the tree fertilizers with me. Not to worry though, there's a minecart literally right there that would take us just to the outside of our farm. So we'll just minecart down to the farm, get the tree fertilizers, minecart back up here, and we'll be done before you'd know it. Now today isn't going to be a money making day, today is a preparation day. So we're prepping this area and it's going to pay off greatly in the next couple of days once all those trees fully mature and we get to tap them all. Now the big challenge wasn't getting the mats to make all these tree fertilizers. The big challenge is to get copper bars to make tappers to put on those trees. It always comes down to how many copper bars you have when it comes to making huge, absurd amount of money in this game. This is just the first process. We are going to have to go to the regular mines, we're going to have to go to the skull caverns, and we're going to have to farm hundreds upon hundreds, thousands of copper ores to turn into copper bars. Now once I had all of the trees in the quarry fertilized, I decided to cut down some trees. I got greedy though, and I passed out just outside my house, and I will be punished for that tomorrow unfortunately. I just made 1,000 gold today because I sold the diamond and the topaz. That was about it really. Harvey bills me 1,000 gold for passing out in front of my house. So that sucked. But you know what? It could have been worse. We still have 18,000 gold, and we are going to make heaps of money in a few days when all that starfruit comes to fruition. Now I'm going to make a lot more lightning rods today because we got the thunder and lightning. That's 9 lightning rods in total, so hopefully tomorrow when we wake up, that's going to give us back 9 lovely battery packs. Now battery packs sell for 500 gold a piece. That is nothing to snuff at early game. That's good money. I picked up some melons, we'll sell those into the mushroom cave. And we got some pretty good mushrooms today. We got some chanterelles and we got 2 purple mushrooms as well, which was nice. We're going to get Clinton to break open some mystery boxes here. We got some pretty good things inside, including 10 pieces of hardwood. I picked up an amethyst ring, increases knockback by 10%. I mean, I think anything to do with the knockback effect is kind of useless, but that's just my opinion. Let me know about yours in the comments. What do you think about knockback effects in this game? I think it just pales in comparison to any other effect you could put on a weapon. So we're going to take another Helpwanted quest today for red snappers, and that lines up nicely with today because it's raining, so we can actually fish for red snappers. But we also needed a red snapper anyway for the fishing collection, so we can hit multiple birds with the 1 stone by doing this. Now because it's Saturday, I am going to collect all of the forage mills because they're going to disappear after today and reaccumulate throughout the week. So we're going to get lots of foraging XP for this. We can also sell these and get lots of money. Now these will become a lot more lucrative when we max out foraging to get the botanist perk. They'll all become iridium quality forageables and they sell for even way more. So today our target is 4 red snappers. There's the first one. But even if you don't get a red snapper, like the tunas sell for really nice money, especially if you get a perfect catch on a tuna. Red mullets sell for decent money as well. We got bubbles just up here, so we're going to use that to our advantage. Now we're going to talk to Willy. We get to keep the red snappers, which is nice, so we can just sell those off. And because we have level 10 fishing, we're going to get lots of money today from fishing. It was Alex's birthday. I said I'd give him a flounder. He wasn't impressed at all. He said, I don't know what it's like where you grew up, but to me this is trash. Now in all fairness, one of his loves is a salmon dinner. So I thought surely he would appreciate a fish. Fair enough, it's not a salmon, but it's a fish, right? So the flour mix seeds and the regular mix seeds have accumulated. We're just going to plop them down here on the farm, otherwise you're just going to rot away in the chest. And we might get something decent for them, you never know. Today we made a fair bit of money. We made a total of 22,763 gold, and here's the breakdown. So some of it was just due to crops we pulled up and sold. Wheat, melons, hot peppers, radishes, things like that. Next up, we have the usual foraging, fishing, mining. Now when you look at the foraging there, a lot of that came from the stuff we pulled up in the tide pools and the beach. Corals, sea urchins. I also sold 1 oak resin just for the selling collections. If we take a look at mining here, we made over 8,000 gold mining, primarily from the gold bars. And I mean, I know they're only 375 gold, but it's very easy to accumulate tons of gold bars. So it's just a nice early money maker. You won't say no to 7,500 gold from gold bars. Now I sold some hay and I got 0 gold. I did not know hay would let you 0 gold. So I learned something new today. I sold all the bat wings as well, and I sold the coffee bean just for the collection. So today is the final day now of this Let's Play. It is Sunday. We just spoke to the Queen of Sauce there with our pancakes. Now we're going to start the day by collecting 9 lovely battery packs. We will sell those. Now I mean I could keep them and I could try to save up mats and make crystallariums, but I just wanted to focus a little bit more on money. But we can always get more anyway if we get more bad weather. Pam wanted a pale ale. She's going to be waiting a while for that now, because pale ale is just something that we're not really focusing on. We will visit the bathhouse area, and we're just going to whack all of the weeds up here just to get more fibre, because when I made all the 3 fertilizers, I literally had no fibre left, and you just run out of fibre so easily. We're also getting bits and pieces of moss off the trees too. All that moss is going to come in fierce handy very soon. We are going to get Robin to make us a fish pond today, because I really want to put the crimson fish inside it and see how much the roe sells for. I want to see if I age it and get the artisan perk. Will that have any effects? Would it sell for more? Now, we do have 36,000 gold. No point getting the greenhouse just yet. Instead, we'll just get the panning. With the release of Stardew Valley 1.6, panning is now highly lucrative, especially if you upgrade it all the way to an iridium pan. So we're going to make some tappers today. We can only make 6 because we just don't have the copper bars that allow us to make more. Now we are going to tap these trees just to the right of our house. Now because we're going to be getting a lot of oak resins very soon, and because we're going to be selling starfruit wine, if we get really stuck, I mean really stuck, and we want to exponentially invest in the farm and increase profits in the near future, we could actually buy copper ores off Clint. Now you might think to yourself it's a waste of money, you can easily get it in the mines. It's only a viable option if you want to make kegs or tappers very, very quickly, and if you have the money to do so. So if you had a few 100,000 gold lying around the place, because once you start selling starfruit wines, you're going to start making millions and millions of gold. Now we just completed monster eradication goal there for wiping out insects. That will award us with the insect head. It's a fine weapon, but we have the galaxy sword, so we won't be actually using that. We came down to the mines today primarily to get copper. So that's what we're doing here. If we see enemies, of course, we're going to wipe them out, because it would be nice to complete as many monster eradication goals as possible. Coming across duggies and coming across crabs is also a bonus as well. We just picked up an ancient seed. Very nice to get an ancient seed this early in the game. Now we are halfway through summer, so I might just wait to unlock the greenhouse and just put the ancient seeds inside there instead of putting them outside. Otherwise they're just going to wither away in wintertime. I now have 2 ancient seeds, and I also picked up the Dwarven Scroll number 1. We also need that to give to Gunther to get the Dwarven Translations Guide. So it was a real good day for artifacts. It was just a real good day for general progression, because you also have to hand over an ancient seed too to get the recipe. To top it all off, we got a monster compendium drop. Now we could read that to get some XP for combat. We could keep it, trade it to get an item, or we could sell it for 2,000 gold. We're going to sell it. This is Morris again, hard at work. He's going to unlock panning for us. Thank you very much, Morris. How much money did we make today? It was an alright day. We made over almost 16,000 gold. Primarily from mining. We just sold some iridium bars, gold bars, things like that. So this is now the end of another Let's Play. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. And I hope you all have a great week. Stay tuned for more Stardew Valley challenges as well. There's going to be a big 1 year Stardew Valley challenge as a fisher. I'm making that at the moment. That should be ready in a week or two, and that's going to be one hell of a video to watch. I hope you all have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.